Hi, welcome to another session of Armchair Geopolitics. एक नया सीरीज है जिसमें हम कुछ ऐसे दिलचस्प चीज़ें देखेंगे जो हिंदुस्तान के इतिहास, हिंदुस्तान का इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस और कोल्ड वॉर से भी विकसित होता है और इट इज़ कनेक्टेड टू कोल्ड वॉर. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 1971. 1971 was a very interesting period in Indian history. In fact, in the subcontinent's history. India and Pakistan got involved into a very interesting war. A war of from December 3rd to December 16th. The end of the war split a country into two parts, created a new nation, and clearly showed the edges of Cold War and took the limits of Cold War to its maximum extent in subcontinent. The story starts in 1970. Pakistan was a nation which was split across two parts, the eastern part and the western part. East Pakistan was on the eastern side of India with its provincial capital as Dhaka, and West Pakistan was in Punjab, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. From 1947, Pakistan was not really a nation made of a single ethnicity. The western part of Pakistan was dominated by Punjabis. The eastern half was dominated by Bengalis. Now the Punjabis speak Punjabi language. They associate more with Punjab and Afghans, whereas the East Bengalis or East Pakistanis were more closely, culturally, ethnically connected to Bengalis. When Pakistan was formed, there was an attempt to create a mono-language or a single language idea in Pakistan. तो इसी वजह से from the very beginning, Pakistan में there was continuous attempts to impose a single language. Pakistan wanted to promote Urdu. Now that was not at all acceptable to the East Pakistanis who were essentially Bengali. It all came down to 1970. Pakistan had been under a dictatorship of General Yahya Khan for quite some time now. In 1970, finally it was declared that Pakistan was to have elections. In these elections, the East Pakistan's biggest party, the Awami League, headed by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, had a tremendous victory, whereas Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who was the leader of the PPP, Pakistan People's Party, and West Pakistan did not have or did not gain that much of a majority. Naturally, Yahya Khan was not in favor of giving power or transferring power to a Bengali Prime Minister for Pakistan, which was both ethnically and racially considered to be disgrace by the Punjabi Pakistanis. So attempts were done from 1970, in spite of 1970 Awami League winning the elections. Attempts were done to make sure that Awami League doesn't come into power. In approximately March-April May, the government of Pakistan from Punjab launched Operation Searchlight. It's actually a campaign or a program where it sent its armies into East Pakistan to attack people, do rapes, do tortures and beat people. In fact, General Tika Khan was given direct orders by Yahya Khan of Punjab, Pakistan to enforce an innumerable amount of tortures on Bengalis. In fact, no civilized army in the history of the world has ever done what the Pakistani army has done to its own people. This is something which most people said in those days, and so did Hamidur Rahman Commission, which was a commission appointed by the government of Pakistan only to study the atrocities of the Bengal War. From approximately April, the Bengali population literally saw hell. Their leader, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was captured in Pakistan, in Punjab. Their party was suppressed. Anybody who talked about Bengali or Bengali nationalism was to be butchered. And in fact, As part of the process, numerous Hindus were also tortured and killed in Bengal by the West Pakistan army. It all went down like that. Or biggest suffering in this entire story was India. Numerous lakhs and lakhs of Bengali migrants started merging into India. They started creating problems for us. So India had no option. Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, tried to do a world tour, explain the world what is happening. But America under Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger were completely under the blanket of Pakistan. They wanted Pakistan to play their Cold War politics in Asia. We had no option. India in August 1971 signed a treaty of peace and friendship with Soviet Union, and then with Soviet Union's confidence as its backing, India was prepared for all abnormalities. India did not start the war. It was Pakistan who started it. And that too, India was only giving moral and political support to the Mukti Bahini. Mukti Bahini was the guerrilla force which was fighting for Bengali independence. Indians supported Mukti Bahini and we created something called Mitro Bahini, friendship force. Pakistan was frustrated that India is supporting the Bengalis in their Bengali nationalism and launched war on India on our western front. Jabki it was one of the most biggest strategic mistakes Pakistan did. They should have attacked us on, if they really wanted to, they should have attacked us on east. But they attacked India on the western front. Longewala. India gave it back. We had tremendous victory. By 16th of December, India was able to defeat the Pakistani forces. 90,000 Pakistani forces surrendered to India. After World War II, it was the single largest surrender treaty which happened. Single largest. There is a backstory for this in Cold War. When Soviet Union was supporting India, Soviet ambassador to Pakistan had warned Pakistan not to escalate the battle in Asia, otherwise they will have to face consequences from Soviet Union. Richard Nixon, Henry Kissinger, they both stood ground to support Pakistan in spite of their own Consul General Andrew Blood actually sending a telegram to Nixon. American ambassador, American Consul General Andrew Blood from Dhaka sent a telegram to Richard Nixon explaining all the genocidal activities and atrocities Pakistan was doing to its own people. Nixon comfortably ignored it. In fact, Nixon's hatred and his Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger's hatred was so bad towards India that they were racist. Kissinger is well known to have told that all Indians are bastards and Indira Gandhi is a bitch. Yes, he did say this about Indira Gandhi and he did talk about Indians like this. Henry Kissinger, Secretary of State. We never liked it. We never allowed this man to come back into India. America even sent USS Enterprise and a fleet of warships to attack India. It was at that time Soviet Union came to us. We sent a Save Our Soul SOS to Soviet Union and Soviet Union sent its nuclear fleet. Soviet Union was ready to fight India's battle for India. But because probably Pakistan was not worth it according to America, America withdrew its nuclear fleet. Soviet Union also withdrew its nuclear fleet. Pakistan had to fight a battle without an ally. 90,000 soldiers surrendered. 16th of December 1971, the war ended. General Jacob took the surrender. Sam Nanak-Shaw, Field Marshal, became the architect of this entire battle. He was eventually elevated to the rank of Field Marshal. Sam Bahadur was a famous title he actually gained after this battle. India had a tremendous victory. Pakistan had a humiliating defeat. For years long, Pakistan tried to hush up the entire issue. But eventually Pakistan's Habib-ur-Rahman Commission studied the entire battle and concluded that the battle entirely was a cause and effect of government of Pakistan. What is the lesson from this? There is a theory about war called the just war theory. Always fight a war where you have some sense or some notion of justice. Don't fight a war because you just want to fight a war. Such wars you will always end. That's it from me today. A quick idea about the 1971 Indo-Pak War. Let us see next video. One more war, one more discussion. Thank you. Bye-bye.